Hello friends, it's Tracy from Bewitched Crafts, and today I'd like to share with you some ideas for unique layouts in your book of me. So I want to start with something a little bit unusual. I've got a bit of a treat that I wanted to share with you. Many of you, especially my podcast listeners, know that I am a longtime perfume collector, and today I wanted to share a little bit of the experience that I had splurging on a luxury perfume. Now, before I get started, I have to issue the caveat. This was absolutely a splurge. This is something I do for myself incredibly rarely. While I am a collector, I don't normally collect quite this high end. But because this was so special, I couldn't resist sharing it with you. And before I go any further, you may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with paper crafting? Well, my perfume collection says a lot about me. I absolutely love it. Most of my friends know that I collect it. Many of my friends come to borrow or sniff. It's something that's important to me, and it's something that makes me feel good. I don't have a signature scent as someone who collects a lot, but I do have a signature house, and my favorite house is Guerlain. So today we're going to unbox my last shopping adventure from Guerlain, and then we're going to talk about how to include different types of items in the book of me that might be a little bit harder. You're not going to find a large variety of stamp sets related to, say, perfume, or maybe some other type of collectible that's important to you, or even a sport. My sport is fencing. I have yet to see a set of stickers or stamps or anything fencing themed. I admittedly have not done a huge search with SVG files, but I can't tell you how much I would love to see a stamp set. So if any manufacturer is listening, fencing is my sport. I would love to see a lovely foil. So without further ado, let's get into the shopping experience. I live in Florida, and I frequently vacation at Walt Disney World, and I'm lucky enough to have a Guerlain shop there inside the Epcot park. So this is a shop dedicated to Guerlain. This is not the counter, so you may have a slightly different experience if you're shopping the Guerlain counter at, say, a Nordstrom or a Neiman Marcus. But this is a really high-end experience. It's luxury. And don't let that throw you off, because they do have more modestly priced things. Most of my collection is significantly more modestly priced. And the sales folks are lovely. They will let you try absolutely everything. Guerlain has an enormous variety and a rich history going back further than Napoleon and Josephine, for whom they created signature scents. So, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about the brand, and I can't wait to share this with you. Now, most of the time at Disney World, you get a Disney-themed plastic bag. It's blue with the castle. It's cute. It's nothing like this. This is a sturdy, almost like a textured linen feel here around the edge, Guerlain Paris bag. And inside, they have boxed and wrapped for me. And it's not a gift, y'all. This is what they do. My bottle. So this is what it looks like. And it comes boxed. And before we go further, they have also provided me with a bag of treats. So there are samples in here. Depending on how much you spend, I would say anything over about $100, you should anticipate some form of sample or gift. In addition, many of the theme park shops have bottle painting, which I highly recommend you try. I'll post a picture on Facebook so you can check that out. They also do bottle engraving. I don't do very many of the engraved bottles. I like my bottles to match unless I get them for a special occasion, in which case I have had one bottle painted that I absolutely love. Okay, so let's see what I got. It looks like skincare. This is an eye serum. This is a different eye serum. So it looks like one is day, one is night. Yep, this is a honey treatment cream. Quite a bit to share. And a toner. So all skincare with my fragrance purchase. All right, this might take a minute for me to open because the ribbon is also sporting this beautiful bee pin. It actually is a pin that I need to remove. So I've got to get underneath the bow and get the clasp here. Yep, there we go. Let me see if I can get that where you can see it more clearly. There we go. Here is the bee pen. This is their signature emblem, the bee. And they have a bottle that's called the bee bottle. I'll include that in the Facebook post. If you're looking for the Facebook post, we are Bewitched Crafts on Facebook. So facebook.com/bewitchedcrafts. Okay, so now I have this beautiful box. Whoop, it's upside down. Beautiful box, embossed bee. Even the ribbon has the Guerlain in a metallic gold. Let's open it up. So, I would say this is actually a keepsake box. I'm definitely keeping it. Again, I'm passionate about the brand, so I love it. I've also kept a Chanel box in the past. Most boxes I don't have space for, but this one is definitely going to be a prized part of my collection. Let's open it up. It's stiff. Okay, so inside we have signature Guerlain tissue. So it has the bee and the super graphic with the G's. There are more samples in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a lot. Okay, they were very generous. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. This is foundation. There's 2 of those. This is a fragrance sample. Oh, this is the Cruel Gardenia fragrance sample. That's really nice. That's on my list of things I would love to try. So I have 3 fragrance samples here. Some foundation. It looks like a second color of foundation just in case. And what do we have here? It says Harvest Traffic Gift. No idea. Oh, wow. And it's got the signature bee. Okay, so let's get down to it. Nestled here in the box is another box. Now, I did have them go ahead and open this for me. This would normally be wrapped in cellophane, but they customize bottle toppers, and I did want this one customized. So they have opened this already for me, but it would normally just be cellophane. And it opens like so. So you can see this is Angelique Noir. This is a classic Guerlain fragrance. And I've had it altered slightly. I've had this dark green ribbon put on it. It normally comes in gold. And the top I've had customized to match. It does come with the regular cap, so they'll give you both. So the cord on this one, I thought it was gold, it's black. Most of my collection looks like this, and sometimes you really want your collection to all basically be the same, right? Display them together. This one I purchased for a special occasion, so I did want it a little bit different. But up to you, there's no extra charge for that. Don't know that you can get that service at the counter, but absolutely in a Guerlain boutique. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the bottle. Angelique Noir. It's got this lovely Guerlain super graphic here and here, but on the back, once again, and I hope you can see it, we have the bee. So I think you can probably tell just as I've opened this with you how passionate I am about this brand, how happy it makes me, how much joy I get from acquiring this particular perfume, which is why I feel like it belongs in my book of me. So what I would scrapbook, since it's unlikely that I'm going to find anything exactly like this, I do have one perfume bottle stamp that I very much like that looks a little bit like a different bottle from Guerlain. And I can color it to make it match more, you know, if you're dealing with something where color would make something more specific to your collection, markers are a great option. I prefer Copics or Tri-Blend, but you could use watercolor. You could use so many different options. You could do all kinds of techniques to evoke a specific feeling. And that's what I would focus on. It's the feeling. I don't need a catalog of my fragrances. okay, well, maybe I do because Lister's got a list, but that's not what I want in my book of me. What I want in my book of me is about how it feels to wear this perfume, how it feels to be able to splurge on it, what the experience was like to have this luxury buying, shopping adventure, and how it feels when I choose a fragrance or wear a fragrance, but I don't really need a catalog of my bottles. So that said, it's something that you could easily apply to many, many things. I also, obviously, you can probably see behind me a small collection of books. Now, Close to My Heart has gotten really good about bringing out stamp sets that are related to books. There are some other vendors who've done similar things, but in the past it was very hard to find book-related stamps. You could kind of make your own library pockets, but things have come a long way. Still, I don't necessarily just need a stamp set about books to describe how important my library is to me, or how important any one of those books on the shelf behind me would be, what it feels like to be able to have so many, and how much time, energy, and effort I dedicate to reading and my various book clubs. Again, I want my book of me to be about why it's important to me. One final idea for your book of me and items that don't have an exact matching stamp set. I am in love with this concept. I heard it from author Gretchen Rubin. I read Gretchen's book, The Happiness Project, and fell in love with her work. I've since then read nearly everything she's ever written, and she is prolific. So in addition to her books, she has weekly newsletters, she has a podcast, which I think is actually twice a week because she has a longer form episode and a short form episode. There is so much available from this author. I highly recommend you dip your toe in. Her most recent book, though, inspired her daughter to create a scrapbook page about the five senses and how she experienced her relationship with her. And so I would recommend this book, Life in Five Senses by Gretchen Rubin, and I would recommend taking something for your book of me. Grab an item that you're not quite sure how you want to include, and include it as a portrait in five senses. So in addition to how it makes you feel, what are the scents, what are the tastes, the literal touch and feel, all of the five senses could be explored, or just one. It would make a very unique and meaningful layout, and I hope you'll give it a try. If you like this video, stay tuned for more ideas on how to fill up that book of me. Subscribe to my channel, give me a like or a comment to let me know you're here, and please subscribe to my email. In my email every week, I send you a card project, absolutely free of charge, no obligation. Make a card with me every week, and you'll be filling your friends' and family's mailboxes with love. You can subscribe to the email at bewitchedcrafts.com.